नभस्पर्शम दीप्तम अनेक वर्णम व्यात्ताननम दीप्त विशाल नेत्रम दृष्ट्वा हि त्वां प्रव्यथितांतरात्मा धृतिम न विंदामि शमम च विष्णु. Hello friends, this is the 24th Shloka of the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and today we will understand this Shloka in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the Shloka says, Nabhasparsham Deeptam Aneka Varnam, which means touching the sky, lustrous in many colors. Vyattananam Deepta Vishala Netram, which means with wide open mouth in shining large eyes, Drashtva Hitvam Pravithitantaratma, which means I am indeed trembling at the sight of you. Dhritim na vindami shamam cha Vishnu, which means I am not able to attain stability and peace, O Vishnu. So over here, Arjun is continuing to talk about his unease in looking at the supreme divine form of Sri Krishna. And what he says over here is that I see you over here to be touching the sky. You are lustrous in many colors. You have a wide open mouth and you have large shining eyes. I am indeed trembling at your sight and I am not able to attain stability and peace, O Vishnu. So basically, the unease that Arjun was experiencing is what is being described further over here. And as we understood in the previous shlok, that a person who is not spiritually prepared, and if he is shown the sight of the Divine Lord, then he will either kill himself or he will go mad. So let's understand more on that idea as to why that happens and why we are all we all get so disturbed while looking at the supreme divine form. So basically we are all living our lives in stability as such, and that stability is attained by us because we have formed a story on which we can lean on. We can lean on to that story. We are basically all in reality very ignorant. We don't have the complete understanding of this world, but still, in order to live our life, we have to have that feeling of thinking that we have the understanding of the world. And so in order to create that feeling that we have the understanding of the world, we create different stories for us, and we live our life with those stories. So while we think that those stories are true, they actually are not. And it's our ignorance about this fact that these stories are not true which actually provides to us the stability. And that's why there is this saying, right, that ignorance is bliss. So it is our ignorance basically which is giving us that stability, that we think that whatever we understand is truth. In reality that is not, because we are limited and this truth is infinite. So this ignorance is what gives us stability. But if we were to realize our ignorance, then of course we will become completely unstable. We will not really know what is true and what is untrue. So we will lose our stability. So that is the idea that has been presented over here in this shlok, wherein Arjun is saying that I am not able to stay stable. I am losing my easiness. I am losing my stability and peace. So just think about it, think about it. You see around you so many people over here, but in 100 years, most of them will be dead. There are so many nations around us, but we know that in 1,000 years or so, most of these nations would have died. And we also must understand that no matter how successful we are right now, how popular, how famous we are right now, we will all be forgotten in these sands of time. Even the most famous person right now will be forgotten maybe in 2 millennium, 3 millennium, 5 millennium, or if you talk about it, million years, definitely that person will be forgotten. So all of us will be forgotten. So everything that we love over here, everything that is dear to us over here will eventually be destroyed, no matter what we think. So if you were to think of it like this, then don't you think that our life becomes completely meaningless? So in reality, that's what the knowledge of truth will give us an idea. If you're not spiritually prepared, then that is the kind of impression that you will get from it, that oh, all of this life is useless. If you have not really joined yourself with the supreme divine Lord, and if you're still identified with your ego, and you are shown all of this, and you are made aware of this, and you are told about this all the time, then you will go mad after some time, and you will basically either perform suicide or something. So this life that we live, we are able to live it because we live in the ignorance. We always disregard all of these facts, and we just happily live our life. If you were to tell someone that, whatever you value in your life, in reality is all worthless, it will basically all go to waste, how will he feel? He will basically become upset, or he will start arguing with you. And I mean, of course, his argument is wrong, and so you can defeat him in the argument. And as you'll defeat him, that person will start to avoid you. He will either become very upset, he'll start crying or something, or he will become depressed and he'll start avoiding you. If you keep on showing your face to him and telling you about all of this thing, he will start avoiding you. So this will happen to that person. He will go mad, and God knows what he will do after that. So this is the reason why our sages have said that you should keep all these deep truths to yourself and not reveal it to others who are not prepared to handle it. Because if you were to give this knowledge to them, it will be very dangerous for them who are not ready for it. The life will become very meaningful, but for that to become very meaningful, you have to first realize the Supreme Lord. You have to realize your true nature. If you are identified with your ego and you are shown all of these things, of course it will basically upset you, and you will close your eyes. And as you'll close your eyes, you'll not be able to see the Divine Lord. So that is what over here is being expressed, where Arjun says that I am not able to sustain that stability and peace because that truth is being shown to him over here. So that is basically the whole idea over here. I hope that I have explained this shlok well to you. With that, I'll close this video. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.